everybody. We are live. Thank you for tuning in this wonderful rainy Thursday
In Cebu.
afternoon
Yeah.
here in Cebu. And guys, we're so this is always this is the big picture podcast where we help you see
Think and act big.
And today, Dave, I'd say we're very blessed.
Yeah.
We're very blessed with because we will be talking to a bunch these couple of guys here that you're seeing on the screen. If you're listening to in the podcast, you will see them in the cover page, right? So, Dave, would you like to introduce our
Yeah,
guest?
sure. So we are here at this amazing place called Nomads Hub. If you're from Cebu, you could probably heard about this place in Ramos, and it's a very unique concept. I should say the first I've seen in Cebu. I'm not sure in the Philippines though, but I think it's one of the pioneers of this concept. As a fan of travel, I've met these kinds of concept outside the country, and now it's here. So if you are interested to know what a co-living experience is, you should check it out here. And of course, we have the owners and the founders of this group. We have Mar and Ken.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Evening. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody, and good evening to you, Mar and Ken. Let's. I'm pretty sure Mar and Ken, our audience are really are entrepreneurs. They're some of them they want to start their own business in the future, or they're interested with different kind of concept. And this is the reason why we thought of like, hey, maybe you guys can share about your journey, right? I mean, how did you?
Let's start with how did they meet?
Oh yeah.
Probably that's a good start.
Let's start with that.
Because it's a partnership.
How do you guys meet?
Mar.
Yeah. We first we met through Steven, one of our partner.
Yeah.
So I talked to Steven regarding about this concept, and he says like, oh, I got one person who's interested with this concept also. So he brought in Kenny. So that's where all started, and then I told Kenny that this is what I found out when I was traveling in Taiwan, and this is a hit, and this is gonna be the next big thing. As you can see, and we worked on other co-working spaces. They're targeting to co-living spaces already. So we're shifting to a different lifestyle. So that's what I brought in here.
Yeah. How about you, Kenny? Can you like what
Um,
got you into this?
Actually, before I met Mar, me and Stevens are currently partners already.
Oh, okay.
Like we have a small business, a food business. So after which Steven introduced me to this concept, and I was also already thinking about opening a bed spacer thing, something like that. That timing,
Yeah.
God's wills. Mar was introduced. He introduced his concept because he usually travels.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
are connected.
And after how many years is it? When you're in?
We're still running for 6 months.
6 months.
6
Yes.
months.
You're still friends, right?
So like prior to this, you guys, what are you guys doing prior to this?
I'm a developer, so I usually work online. So,
Right.
and then at the same time I travel a lot, so I need to work. And
So,
I need-
so just to clarify, when he said it, developer, it's a software, right? Software
Yes.
developer.
Yes.
So you're basically you can work anywhere,
yes, that's correct.
right? As
Yeah.
long as there's internet.
Yes, that's pretty much it. As long as there's internet, laptop, and then
Yeah.
you're good to go.
Mhm.
So yeah.
For Kenny.
For me, I'm working at a poultry farm.
Wow.
Poultry farm
In
that-
Cebu.
in Cebu.
Mm.
So, and aside that, I'm handling part of the family business and my own small businesses.
Wow.
Awesome. So you guys already have like entrepreneurial background. You've been exposed to business prior to this project, right? This business.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, what for you, Kenny? Like, what was in Mar's proposal that made you think like this is it? I think it can work. What was it?
It's for me, it's something new.
Right.
Like it's basically so innovative and it's basically something new. I think we're first in Cebu, right? Still the
Yeah.
only one.
The
Still
only
the
one in
only
Cebu,
one in
right.
Cebu.
Yeah.
So I think, for the stay part, I really wanted to do that business.
Mm.
And for the co-working side, it's Mars side pod nga business nga he wants always internet, the fast
Right.
internet. So yeah,
Well,
I think
this is like a marriage of like we check out the place actually at
Mhm.
upstairs, and it was amazing because how you made the whole made sure that the space
It's
is really
very
well.
space. What is it? Like it's very smart use of space.
Exactly.
It's like
tiny house nation. Eh?
Yeah, but I mean it's something I would stay in.
Right.
If you're traveling.
and yeah, I've stayed in something like that in Singapore.
Mhm.
But it was not like this. It's like a backpacker type. You get to, but then you don't like you go in and then sleep and then you go out.
Right.
Here you get to work
You're right.
right after, right? So I think that's what's unique about it it's because like and then also the cost of basically staying is lower than like if you go to a hotel, right?
Yes, that's correct. What we try to achieve here is like even though like it's cheap, we wanted to have like a prestige service. So we don't have an open pantry. We have a food bar.
Mm.
So people would ask like to serve them like coffee.
It's at
and
24
stuff.
hours.
Yes, this is
24
24
hours.
hours. Yeah.
Also the co-working
Co-working?
space.
Yes, that is
24
Wow.
correct. Yeah.
Wow.
It's 24 hours.
Wow, not a lot of not a lot of co-working offer that, right?
Yeah. I think
Yeah. So
some people some co-working space they would I think shut down at like 2 in the morning.
2
right?
a.m.
Yeah.
We really need to go 24 hours because we have like foreigners staying.
Mm.
So or like Mar, he has clients like outside of the Philippines.
Oh,
they have,
I see.
They have a different time zone.
Right.
Yeah. So this
When
is really
you were
great.
thinking about sorry Dave, you're
Yeah, go ahead.
when you're thinking about the kind of people that would love this place, what's their profile?
We have like mostly like entrepreneurs,
Right.
and also like me, developers also traveling around the world.
A digital nomad to be
Correct.
specific,
Yeah,
right?
that is correct.
Specific,
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually like here we try to we wanted to have a community where they can collaborate and do opportunities, not just like sitting down and work and then probably we introduce like what's missing. Probably they want to hire someone, so everything's here.
Did that actually happen?
Yeah, this is
You
actually
got success stories.
Right, you're right. Yeah, we have one client from Bali. He's been traveling Bali here in Cebu, and then he was looking for a graphic artist.
Mm.
And then I introduced him to one of our graphic artists, who is
Yeah.
our customer also. So he was so happy that he was able to hire people here.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
I mean, I'm asking this because for some who are freelancers, right? Sometimes they think of the staying in a co-working space is expensive,
yes,
and it's not like something really worth it. But these are the things that you get
yes.
being in a group, being in a community, which is I think very valuable because opportunities are here,
Yes, that's
right? So yeah, you might want to check it out if you're
Right,
if you're
yeah.
a freelancer.
It's is it something that kind of you didn't plan it out, but it like basically it happened like as a part of the ecosystem.
Yes, it's actually how it goes because this like for example Richard, the guy who looked for the graphic artist, he's doing a agency. It's a graphic design agency, so he was looking around like I need this. Then he was like asking like where he can put the job posting. So I told him like what do you need, like because usually we have a bunch of like tech people working here,
Right.
like video editor or photographer, like graphic artists, programmers, like almost all like VAs, everything here. So I told him like he says like I want a graphic artist, and boom, he's like okay, this guy is a graphic artist, probably you need one.
Right.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So
Alright.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so marketing this because it's more of like there's a stay and there's a co-working, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm curious, which is the one that really sells out? Is it the place upstairs or
Yeah, currently it actually sells more here at the co-working.
co-working for locals?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
correct. But eventually the locals, we have customers that are staying longer already upstairs and they work here. So
Wow.
we have two clients who've been staying here like for a month, and the other one is 3 weeks already. So that's what we want. We want to to make awareness that they can stay here longer and they can make it as their second home. and then because they have everything already. Shower is provided, like shampoo, soap, and everything. Almost everything is provided. And long stays. We have a very cheap price for long stays.
Oh wow.
Let's talk about, like, of course, from the pitch, right? The first time you heard of the idea, and then, like, what was the next step, like, because when I look at this place, it feels to me that there's a lot of thought being done, like every detail, like as you go inside, there's like, even in the rooms, there's a lot of thinking. So did you hire a designer or like an architect? And what was that?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Actually, we're kind of blessed, no, partners, no, because Mar and Steven specializes on the co-working space, no, and I really have the vision sa katong bed spacer or
space,
something.
Yeah.
So we really had our part. So sige Mar, ikaw bahala diri, Steven
Wow, right.
here, then, and we present. Then hey, I suggest that we do this. How about
Yeah.
this type? Ano, no. To add on ganihan ni Mar is like what we really need to do is to like educate. I think that's the word, to educate, because like if you're talking about co-working spaces, that's it. In Cebu there are a lot of co-working spaces, but it's until co-working spaces, right?
Right.
If you talk about hostels, they have a lot of hostels, but party hostels kasagaran. So in Nomads Hub, we always educate the collaboration. Like what Mar said, that we have a client, then he comes down. Our vision is, for example, we have a client, he comes down, hey, you're a graphic designer. Okay, I have a project for you. You collaborate for one project. Next time I collaborate with another photographer or something like that.
Yeah.
That's what we really want to educate the people, because the people always come here, okay, co-working space, okay, hostel. The people who really knows our services are like 90% no,
Yeah.
foreigners.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's already like what they're doing outside, right?
Right.
When let's talk about education, and like how are you achieving that? How do you like kind of proliferate that concept?
As one is, for one is like most of our hostel stayers are like foreigners, like right. We always we always encourage them to come down, talk to other people.
That's
Right.
that's the thing, right?
One of the things we had a hard time is like we have one client, no, the foreigners are talking normal voice, then she was like kind of disturbed because but they were like talking about business. Hey, you're like a graphic designer,
Yeah.
web dev, something like that.
Yeah.
Then na-irritate to ang customer. Saba lagi kayo or something.
Mm.
But that's what we really want to achieve, right?
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a study place,
Yeah.
definitely, right?
Yeah, it's morely like a lifestyle community.
Yeah.
So, usually like if we have clients like we do like pizza night, and then
Oh wow.
and then talk to them like what's their background, what do
It's
they
mainly network and
want. Yes.
getting to know them.
Yes. So, like for example, our client here, like he's a web design, and he was having trouble with his work. He's looking for a programmer who can solve this. So at least like can pay like a little more money to fix it. So,
Yeah, because it's already here.
yeah,
The guys here.
yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, that's and then we become friends and we become family. So people are becoming having like a small community. Like
Yeah. I have a question though. Do you guys stay here?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes, yeah.
Sila,
for
like-
days.
Yeah.
More frequently sila.
Wow. So you really stay here now?
Yeah, we need to be at the same time like experienced also.
Yeah, you should be the one to
Yeah.
be the one, the advocate of this.
You know, once we started staying here, like then we go down at the same time. We sleep like nap hours. Then afterwards we go down and work. People see like, oh, I just woke up then with my pajamas. Like, start working already.
Okay, so what's one thing, you've been operational for past 6 months, right? So what's one thing that kind of surprised you as you're operating the business?
Ano ka?
Yeah. What surprised me is how the market accepted. First, it was like first, like when they thought like a hostel, so they tend to be like a distance away with it. Oh, there's a co-working space. It's a different vibes.
Right.
So that's the usual. They have like they always say like it's a different vibe. Uh, it's not like a party like you just like hey you want to drink this and that. But here it's opportunity. So that's the main thing. It's education. So it didn't aware like there's this type of concept. So people also here, people working here, co-working, they see like a lot of foreigners coming. Like, oh, what's this? Like, so so that's the part. It's the awkwardness at first, but eventually they got the hang of it. So
How about Ken?
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Same.
Same.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Like what's like if you were, if everything's perfect, like you have your perfect customer coming in. What's your vision? Like, what would
This place
be,
look
yeah,
like,
What
yeah?
this place look like?
Vision. You're talking about vision from 5 years from now, or
Like maybe like a couple years from now, like everybody's educated, everybody understands what you
Okay.
guys are doing. Like
Um,
what would be
How
like,
what would it look like?
like this
Yeah.
look?
we're really open to like branching out. But Mar is currently Mar is doing a system specifically for us.
Right.
Because before we started,
When you say system, it's software side,
Software.
Right,
it's
okay.
like an app.
and app.
I see. Okay,
So-
go ahead. So
we wanted to go mobile, everything like scan, barcode,
wow.
Right.
then point system. For example, if we want to open in Moalboal or Siargao, so if you're a monthly customer here, you could also avail it. Like it's like a gym membership thing.
Right.
Wow,
You
amazing.
Get
I love
points,
that.
you get everything. So, stay ka dito for how many days or something. So we would
You
know.
get the-
So everything is centralized, cloud-based.
Nice.
Because before we started, the problem that we had was like, it's like putting 3 businesses in one.
Yeah.
That's the most lisod for us, to be honest.
What's the
Like,
third one? Can you
The
the food?
the food.
Yeah.
The food, because we can't really please everyone. Like, there's like, customers coming in. What my vegetables?
By the way,
Vegan.
do you have a
Vegan.
kitchen here?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have a
we
kitchen.
Oh, wow.
A cute.
Cute
one.
kitchen.
So, we didn't expect that our food would sell as a standalone. We made the kitchen or pantry to support the co-working and the
right.
hostel.
The hostel.
But we didn't expect na ni standalone siya mo sell siya by its own.
Oh wow.
Like people come here like
Just eat.
palit og kanton. It's still cheaper. We get free internet, free iced tea, aircon pa, lingkod pa taro.
Yeah.
Unlike kanang na sa kilid-kilid like
Yeah.
you sit, right?
Really smart guys are buying the canton.
Diba?
we don't suggest you to go in here just to buy canton.
Like, things like that.
But yeah,
So we didn't
yeah, of
expect.
course.
So we really had a hard time like kanang merging the 3 businesses.
But right now it's how do you think?
Right now it's not perfect, but we give maingon ko sa example sa hostel side, so man ko sige give in ko ni Mar. Sa co-working side man si Mar sige give in ko. Because we really can't have everything.
Wow. Yeah. Really interesting.
Well, what's really good is we're still good friends. We're getting better and better, and mahal
Yeah,
na
sure.
our best friends.
Right.
Wow.
Parang nagkaaway, di ba?
Yeah, exactly. 6 months. So, yeah. So they say like the first 3 years or 5 years are the most like challenging parts of starting a business. So yeah, how are you like basically tackling the challenges, like especially with partners, which is I believe are like the source of a lot of
Friction.
Yeah.
I think communication is one. Like,
is the key.
us 3 is like we actually work like we're not parasites. Like
Mm.
like we have problem, we try to solve it. Like we try to help each other out. Like okay, this is how we solve it. Like what do you think? Like, we try to help each other out. That's how like we become close, because it's like we actually wanted like to make this big. So yeah, we just not like open for just like we just think about one branch and that's it.
Yeah. Mar, this is I don't know if I was I'm correct. Like this is your first business venture.
But I have a previous one.
Yeah, previous one.
Yeah,
But it was not with partners.
I was doing with it with my brother. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
see.
So, like, in your entrepreneurial journey, as you're building this, like, what are the new things that you kind of like gotten along the way? What are new learning that you've gotten so far?
I learned like to be open. Like
Right.
usually like we're just tight with like we're with our family. Like we just do this with the family.
Right.
And since like Steven's opened up, like okay, we can do this, and we become friends and become family. So
Right.
that's the new concept, and I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from my other partner. We have different strengths, so yeah. So that's how we help each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you, Ken?
Mm,
Is there anything like the what kind of this is new, something new for me? I know I've been
Yeah,
operating my
learnings,
other
yeah.
business, but then this one is like,
coming from a corporate world ba, kanang what really is good is because kanang we agreed both three of us agreed nga, for example si Stevens kay HR and food,
Mm.
ako sa finance, and more is tanan example sa operation ana ba.
right.
Mm.
So we don't overlap each other.
Yeah.
Then I'm also happy nga, for example man ako ni Mar, your system is slow. He's open. He doesn't know saba or something, right? So he's open nga. Okay, mo lagi I have a problem, then we talk, we solve it. Nga na.
Mm.
And what's hard for me is kanang before was dali-dali ka makasugo. But right now it's because it's your partner, you can't.
Mm.
It's not
You
you,
can,
can. You
yeah.
can, but maikog po ka ba? Because you're even shares, right?
Yeah.
You're even shares, ana ba? So mo to na pag-uhan pug ko ana, ko. Okay, ako na lang. Something, ana.
Wow.
So like you guys, I would imagine that you guys are like documenting everything, and because you're planning to kind of branch out, right? So you need to
Is it franchisable?
yeah,
Something
that's-
like that?
that's the
Oh,
question.
sorry.
I was okay.
Are you planning to
Um,
let it someone
or
else franchise
you're
it?
gonna
Or is
own-
it-
Mix ang feelings.
You haven't decided yet.
We haven't decided, but Steven wanted it to be franchise, and me and Mar we were like thinking, we focus on this, and after if we're really ready, then we think.
All right.
Who's the among the three partners? Like who's the most like aggressive in towards like more visionary in terms of like we need to move forward, and like is it all of you guys or like like
I think
who's always thinking about expansion and all that?
everyone is thinking about
Everyone.
expansion.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Like from the very first how we started it, we says like let's not think about one because this is very big industry. This is a new concept, and the people that are big companies are getting involved with this type of concept. So if I mention like other companies like Life from Singapore are penetrating here in Cebu, like it's all everything is co-living. We are small players, so we need to think ahead, like how we people would accept us first, so people would think like it's Nomads Hub, the same as Nomads Hub, even though like they started in the other country. When we have new customers here in Cebu, we would say like it's Nomads Hub idea.
Yeah.
So that's how we wanted to grow bigger and faster. So
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, to just bring us back here where we are now, I'm really amazed because if you don't mind sharing the area for this, how many square meters is this?
this is the total floor here is 300.
300.
Yeah.
Oh wow! And if you just come here and visit it, you'll be amazed on how they plan it all out, like how you combine everything, and I'm just I'm just amazed if you're given like I wonder if you're given a bigger space, what would it be look like, or
Yeah. If we were given a bigger space, we wanted to have like a lounge for where
Yes.
people can relax at the same time, like they can drink.
yeah, it's like you now get the party kind of people.
It's something like a little bit of party, and
Yeah.
then we wanted to have a gym inside also.
Oh wow.
So it's co-living. So you need everything to be inside.
Mm.
You don't want like people to go out. So we want to have something to play. We want people to work, and we want to sleep.
Yeah.
So everything in between. So we want it to be here. It's a hub. That's why we call it a hub.
All right. So, yeah, you've been mentioning co-living, right?
Yeah.
Is this like something you got out from,
Yeah.
is this a term right now?
Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, what's cool?
What's co-living in
and-
definition?
yeah,
You mentioned it a bit, but
Yeah.
is this something that's been used
yeah.
already?
Yes,
Or-
co-living is where you sleep, work, eat together with other people. It's it's kind of it's a kind of weird, like if you stay there with different types of people you don't know, but eventually you think like, oh, this is good because the opportunity is there. People will help you if you have, like, for example, if you don't have work, like, oh my god, my client ditched me off. People will try, okay, I have this work for you.
Wow.
So that's how we want it. It's a community. So that's what we want. So we had like few experience, like when our Lloyd, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah. So he was like having troubles. So we tend to put him in, like, oh, we have opportunity. I can give you this, like, example.
Yeah, for
Right.
for a few weeks with me. Yeah.
Right. So it's because he's good at it, and then he's good in LinkedIn. So that's why I referred to you. So
Yeah.
so it's something like that. We tend to help each other out here.
That's amazing. That's really a good vision. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's like what we're building even in our online groups, right? So
Yes.
helping each other grow and get more clients.
It's getting that ecosystem built.
Yeah, and this is like
Right.
physical experience. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, wow. I believe this could go even bigger, right? So I have a question with finding this place, like this specific area. What made you choose this area, or do you have like other options, or you were left with this one?
I think I've we found it, like we found it, right? Yeah, but we don't have other options that time. It was like blessing in disguise. I was walking outside. I was talking with Steven, like, do this then this. Like, then he says, like, do you have a place? Like, I was looking around, like, oh, this place is bigger.
It's like, okay, this is it. There was no like proper planning,
Right.
like where should we strategically put it.
Yeah, and then right away Steven called Kenny, like, can you come here? There's a perfect location.
I mean, I'm a believer in that, by the way. So it's like when you're ready, that when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive, or something like that, right? So it's like if you just set out the intention, it's all planned out, then eventually everything will be figured out.
Yes, that's
yeah.
correct.
So I'm glad that you found it here.
Yeah.
But if you were to choose another location, where would that?
we're eyeing on an arcade in Mandaue that has a lot of parking space.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, parking space was.
Parking is
One
a
thing.
big
Problem.
Yeah,
problem
it's a
for
good-
I
us.
think in any city, especially in Manila.
Well,
Right?
in this area, in this part of the city, it's a bit difficult,
Yeah.
but yeah. But I think there's a workaround.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guys, let's talk about you guys as entrepreneurs, right? Because you guys also are growing, right? You're also like expanding your mindset and everything. Do you have references, or do you have like people who advises you? Do you have mentors? Do you have mastermind? How do you guys grow?
I think experience.
Yeah.
From failures.
Best teacher.
Yeah, I think I got involved like way before, like when I was like starting off. So I got failures from failures to failures. Then I understand like how the business works, like how to think properly already. So it's just not like dive in, then it's good. So something like you need to step back and try to get the whole picture.
Right.
So experience is actually
Step back and see the big picture, right?
Yeah.
So how about Ken?
For me, I think my family plays a big role.
They
And-
visited here a couple of times. Check it
Yeah,
out.
they tried,
Yeah.
but because of parking.
I see.
So my previous boss also, my previous bosses also.
They kind of you
Yeah.
kind of consult with them,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, it's good for your previous boss to.
And my even my present boss. Like he's open
Early.
on me doing business.
That's
like
good.
that.
You're still working.
Yeah.
Wow. In a corporate setting or not really.
Yeah, kind of corporate. The poultry. The
Oh,
poultry
okay. So
business,
it's
yeah.
So that's really interesting because you have like a lot of
this is like a side hustle for him, right? Yeah, which is it's amazing, right? So, in yeah, go ahead, Joe. I forgot
No.
my question actually.
No, I was gonna say like unless you have any other question,
We're gonna move on.
you're gonna move on. Yeah.
Yeah. I think one question. Yeah, I remember now. So, this concept was very for me. If I were in your position, I think it would be really risky.
Yes.
In a sense, right? Like, how did you go beyond that risk and made it happen? What was in your head?
I see the growing market because as a freelancer, I see my problem. Like I go to every co-working space, and I want it to be like I don't want to go home. Like I want there. Yeah, I don't want to go out. Sometimes like
You just saw the market, right?
yeah, I see the market. It's growing.
You believed in it primarily.
Yeah, because I'm more into like in online community with digital nomads. So they say like people coming here. So I see the numbers like are growing.
Yeah.
It's not stopping. Plus like when online jobs the page came in, it was like a hit. A lot of people I see like a lot of my friends went there to online. So in freelancing, so I went to the group and asked them like, where do you usually work? Like who wants to go out work with me, like stuff like that.
Oh wow.
So they then like say like, oh, let's go to coffee shops, this and that. I said like Wi-Fi is bad, this and that. Then they said like my work is this and this. It's usually like 20. It's not. There's no.
So you
24
did your
hours.
survey basically.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh okay.
I did mostly the survey everything, then before I told them about it.
Yeah.
So it's actually growing. The market is actually growing.
Last question before we go on. Do you have anything to add to that, by the way?
For me, it's like, the market is already there. It's just not tapped on the right time
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something, because everybody wants kind of daily hustle, ba? Deliveries, online shopping, right? So
yeah.
me talking to Mar and Stevens, like they're in that field, good. I could really see nga, if not good, there's a market with this, and plus the stay, ba?
Yeah.
So I'm positive, but of course there's always the risk. But I always tell them that we need to have a calculated risk. Yun.
Yeah.
Anak lang.
Yeah. One last question. So, setting this all up, requires a lot of money, I should say, right? So, how did you
I like
solve
that question.
solve the funding for this? You mentioned equal share. Is this really equal sharing for you? You come up with the money, or you tap banks or whatever?
Actually, we're equal share, good. That's what we wanted.
Yeah.
So equal share, no one in our bylaws, our corporation, we don't want ang uban man good. It's like if you want to expand, if you don't have like example, we need to shell out 1 peso. You don't have 1 peso. I get one of your shares. We don't want to be like that. We want it to be a more of a family corporation, because we always believe that we nurture love, the hospitality, Filipino culture. We always believe nga yung ana. So we agreed ana. Then also we got our own loans.
Each
Yes.
of you
Yeah.
to get
So
that
kanya-kanya
amount.
kanya-kanya ta kay di madala.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before, remember mo na, we had our deadline.
Yeah.
Within this, you need to produce
This amount.
XXX amount. So
Right.
bahala na ka. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Buwag na yung tanan.
Wow,
Balik lang in 1 month.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
a really good thing.
It's like it's also gonna show like how committed you are to this project, right? Like you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And I think it's a good setup because like you guys are like everybody's like basically like putting in their share and
Yeah,
making
and
sure.
I think it always if your money is at stake, there's like money in the table already. So
Just
even if
commitment.
you're just you're
choice.
committed, no choice. If it fails, you lose your money.
Yeah. So
you
this,
really work harder
yeah.
if your money is in there, right?
there's a good proverb that says like where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Yeah, I think this is true in this case, right? So
All right.
yeah, right. So thank you guys for sharing, and we usually
And this.
end this section of the program with like our learnings, Dave and I. So
Yeah.
Dave, you'd like to
Yeah,
start?
I mean, it's if you have a concept that's really unique. I mean, if you believe in it, find people who believes in it as well, and just make it happen. That's it. I think that's a very powerful learning that I've got from this.
To me, it's always how unique you are in the market, and because you don't want to be the same as like the other ones, right? I mean, you
Exactly.
need to kind of differentiate yourself, and I think that's a really good like setup with like differentiation. The second thing is understanding where the market is going, and that's what you guys said. Like, oh, I understand we're here. We're in a space wherein online jobs will be increasing, and guess what they would need
Yeah.
internet connection and network and like an ecosystem that would help them in their job, and not only even one while they were out of job. So right, so that's the cool part there. Like, that's a good thing, right? By the way, I would imagine like in a really good ecosystem wherein like people would
We help
come
each
in a
other.
regular basis and they would find opportunities. So they don't just come here because they need an internet, but they actually need to expand their network and find opportunities.
Yeah.
So I think that's a perfect.
Amazing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
really believe in this.
That's good,
concept.
that's
It's
good.
amazing. Yeah.
So guys, you'd like to add to what I said?
Yeah.
If I may,
Yeah, go ahead.
shameless plug.
Yeah.
We were Nomads Hub. You got the idea, right?
Yeah.
But we Steven and Mar also decided that once we're really settled, we're also catering to tours.
Mm.
So like, diba, most of our stays are foreigners. So
Right.
a lot of them are asking, do you have a Bohol tour or Kawasan?
Yeah, definitely.
So they're tapping now with the kanang mga
Tour
bus tourist tour agencies, and also we tried a Manila based company. They're doing office here.
Yeah.
So they booked our conference room for their offices. We have one coming, right?
Yeah,
we have
yes.
one coming.
We have one client. They're gonna book like here for like a specific time, but as what we plan, we want to make it a bigger space because we wanted to have private offices.
yeah, yeah.
Because we have like at least 3 clients already asking. Then one was already gonna start by next month.
All right. But by the way, guys, how did you get the word out there?
Facebook. Yeah.
Mainly?
Ads
Ads. Yeah.
mainly.
Mainly Facebook, Instagram, and Google. Yeah.
Right.
That's one of our priority.
Did you do that with a local team or did you outsource your?
No, we did ourselves.
Okay, that's good.
Boost post.
Guy,
Just kidding.
tech guy, tech guy.
Techie guy. Yeah.
All right.
So
So
we move on to our what we call our lightning
Lightning round.
round.
okay. So
We
some
have-
some of
we
the
have sound
questions.
effects.
Yeah. Some of the questions in lightning round you already answered, so we're not gonna cover that. But for inspiration and like anything like business related, what are references, books,
Yeah, books
movies,
specifically if you have
video that you can recommend to our audience that like kind of spark their entrepreneurial, their gist.
I think Elon Musk biography.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in I think Pursuit of Happiness and Catch Me
The
If You
movie?
Can.
Pursuit.
Yeah,
That's
the
a
movie.
yeah.
I think that's the only 2.
And Catch Me if you can.
Yeah.
By Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's correct.
Interesting. How about you? Do you have any movies?
I'm putting you in the
books?
spot, Ken.
Lightning round you did.
really fast
Yeah.
answers.
Actually, I really can't think of one right now. But I always believe na we need to be content. But you need to set goals and naka-deadline for yourself. Like for example, for me, personal,
Right.
I always do, for example, on the example, pag 31 na ko, I need to have blah, 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 blah. I need to have this goal
Right.
set. So I need, nakoy per me look up to,
Yeah.
Ana.
Wow.
right? So that's for me then, contentment lang yun. Because we really can't have everything.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. I like his Zen. At least.
I need more of that.
Right. So any other okay, so what's your morning routine? Like you're here, right?
Yeah.
What's your routine?
Or do you have a routine at all?
yeah, I usually wake up like late already, around 9. Yeah, then check my emails and everything. Then 10 come here. And then I stayed here like until 5 in the morning. And then
Wow.
yeah, and then sleep a bit, take a nap, then go back here again.
Okay.
How about you, Ken?
Me usually wake up at 6, go to work. So since it's a farm, I need to be early. Then, as the
Yeah.
day progresses, chat me
Chat.
or si Marmo, like, can you sign this document? Is
Yeah.
virtual signature or
Yeah.
we communicate. Then time to time I come here.
Okay.
Mainly Messenger. No specific
Email,
apps.
Messenger,
Yeah.
and we also do like what's it called? Trello.
Yeah,
Trello, yeah,
Trello.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
Good.
We
list.
also use Trello
You also use-
for my end.
Yeah, you use Trello.
Wow.
All right. So next question is, who or what inspires you guys?
Lightning round.
Lightning round. Come on,
Come on, Mar.
Who?
Save
your
the
wife. Just kidding.
Probably like I don't know, like I probably like it inspires me is like I think from my environment, from my family. I don't know, from my
Yeah.
environment. Yeah, because the more into like competitive environment, something like
Right.
we want to set goals, we want
Yeah.
to set things. So
Make things happen.
Yeah. So I think that's probably my inspiration.
Go,
Well,
Ken.
for me is it's like as we grow older, we want to settle down, right?
Yeah.
So as my personal goal is I want to retire at maybe 50.
50.
Make it
50.
40.
I want to retire at
You want-
50, so I don't want naman sad na my family would have a hard time, right?
Yeah.
I want a presentable life naman for them to
Right.
give them. So
Wow. Are you the only
so
son? or-
we're 3.
Okay.
Brother, sister, then me. I'm the youngest. Then our family business is more of a girl thing. My God, it's girls' fashion and everything. So we're giving it to our sister na good,
I see.
right? And my brother is in Australia. He has his own life, family.
Oh, wow. So you're basically left for
Yeah.
left for that. Well, that's interesting.
But,
Yeah.
I don't get me wrong. I really love the challenge, yun.
Yeah. Definitely.
I really love the challenge. So moto what inspired me to work is to give in the future to give my family a decent life lang.
Right.
Oh,
Di man sad like kanang lavish kayo,
yeah,
but
yeah.
presentable life. Ano ba?
Amazing.
So this the last question. Second to the last question. So second to the last question is if you were to sorry.
You want me to ask it?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
please,
so we
You
are
need to give advice.
we started this podcast with envisioning the OFWs, right, who are going out of the country to find opportunities, and also for those who are here locally, who are are stuck with a job that they probably don't like. And what is your advice for those? You guys are being creative, having this great business, and what are your advice to those people?
I think mindset.
Mindset, okay.
Yes. I put because my siblings are all abroad. Like they're off W. So I promised myself like I need to settle here. I need to check if there's opportunity. Like I always think like there is money in Cebu. Like there's always money local.
Yes.
So that's my mindset. Like if they can do this, then I can. So that's
Wow.
yeah. So I think that just challenge yourself. Yeah. That's what. How can you think so? Yeah.
Love
And
that.
move forward.
How about you?
Mar said it.
That's it? Okay. Right.
So this is the last question, and historically this has always been the hardest part.
Just kidding.
So nah, just kidding. So where can people, if they're interested to check out Nomads Hub, where can they get the information? How can they get hold of you guys?
Yeah. Check us on Nomads Hub PH. We're also located here at F. Ramos Street, right across Metro Bank, and we're open 24/7. Check out, and we have unlimited coffee and iced tea and 500 Mbps internet. And
Wow.
Yeah, just try it out, and hopefully you love it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
Mar, Ken, thank you so much for your time. And guys,
Thank you.
I hope you learn a lot from this conversation. And you know, this has been episode 63.
Yeah.
This is actually the first
For this year. For us.
episode for this year for us.
But we're releasing in a way regularly in our Spotify, iTunes. So
yeah, and that is because we're we're doing a side project also. Yeah.
So yeah, for those who are watching this and seeing this live, and for those who are listening on our recording, feel free to subscribe. At Spotify, we are in Spotify. Most Filipinos are in Spotify.
Right.
We also have iTunes, and yeah, feel free to subscribe. If you're listening to music, I think you're missing out a lot if you're not listening to podcasts like this one. And if you're local, you can do it, right? So we have a call. I think it's time. So that's it for us. Check it out, thebigpicture.ph, and this is Dave.
This has been Joe.
Joe is Mark,
Kenny
Kenny.
saying goodbye for now, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.